Hi. My name is Alice, and I have a special Candida presentation to share with you today. I'd like to tell you my story, of how I completely cured my horrible Candida yeast infection, and got my health back, after many years of everyday struggle, and misery of Candida symptoms. So, now you are probably wondering, how did I do it? To be honest, the things that worked for me can't be found at your doctor's office, or posted online, but I'm sure that they will work for you too. Now I'd like to tell you my story, because it's probably similar to your struggle with this condition. I'm sure my story will be interesting for both men and women, to everyone struggling with yeast infections. This video won't be online for long, so please, watch it to the very end. It's not only my story, but also a real solution to Candida yeast infections you can start using today. In just a couple of minutes I'll show you how to get rid of the horrible Candida overgrowth symptoms, in less than 3 days, and how to use my proven-to-work diet to permanently cure the root cause of your Candida overgrowth, forever. I'll show you why everyone else is wrong about how to cure it, and how depending on drugs and supplements can damage your body. This is an amazing amount of information, never shared before in a free video presentation. Stay tuned. Grab a snack, and get ready to learn the hidden truth behind real Candida cure that will give you your life back, and destroy the horrible symptoms of Candida yeast infections for good. The most crucial information you have to know, to successfully get your health back is this: Number 1, what Candida yeast infection is actually, and why does it cause so much trouble. Number 2, why the advertised supplements, diets and pills won't work. And number 3, my proven-to-work holistic system. So now you're probably asking yourself, what can I expect in terms of my health, after fully understanding these fundamental rules, that will have a dramatic effect on your health? The fastest, and most amazing thing you will experience, is a total reversal of your symptoms, in as short as 3 days. But that's only the beginning. After following my natural plan, you will completely, and permanently, cure your Candida after only 30 to 60 days, stop the everyday struggle of dealing with fatigue, muscle aches, mood swings. You will stop yeast outbursts in all the parts of your body. You will stop the digestive disorders, depression, rashes, skin-related infections, and other symptoms. You will save thousands of dollars on pills, supplements, and doctor visits. You will get your health back, start feeling fresh, and rested in the morning. Watch this presentation to the very end, follow my instructions, and you will be amazed how fast you are regaining your vitality and good mood. If you're following any of the popular systems, or just taking pills, what you're doing now can damage your body, but there's a better, and safer way. Now before we continue, you have to know this is not a sale page for another pill, or supplement that will only cover the symptoms of Candida overgrowth. It's not some crazy herb or remedy. It's a powerful holistic system, that's based on years of research and hundreds of scientific papers, that are available at the bottom of this page. My name is Alice Freeman, and I'm not only a Candida researcher and author, but I also used to be a victim of this horrible condition. Over the last couple of months, I have helped people from all around the world, men and women, to permanently eliminate their Candida problems, and improve their quality of life. We've suffered for years, because of Candida yeast infections, not really knowing and understanding what it is. And today, I want to help you. How can I help a total stranger? Well, like I mentioned before, I was a long-time sufferer, and had to deal with the horrible symptoms of this disease myself. But since then, I got rid of it completely, and I've managed to help many others to regain their health. The biggest problem I realized people have with Candida is simply too much information. People get confused, because of all the websites, blogs, and companies trying to sell some wonder cures, that never work, or provide real knowledge. After months of trying to get rid of their symptoms, people get frustrated. Nothing works, and quick fix scams, that are everywhere, promise an instant cure to this complex health problem. I know you want something sure, that will work for you, and will get rid of suffering and symptoms like depression, itching, mood swings, anxiety, extreme fatigue, confusion, headaches, food allergies, and feeling of not being yourself, just to name a few. Are you frustrated, or just simply angry, that you can't find the cure, that you know exists? Well, good work. You've just found it. Imagine waking up, in let's say, a month from now. Imagine the moment when you realize, there will be no more itching, no more rashes, no more tiredness. You are in a good mood, happy, and ready to face the day ahead. You are full of energy, and all the symptoms are gone. Imagine that it's all possible, thanks to my Candida holistic protocol. Believe me, I know what you've been going through. Just like you, I've been looking for an answer for years, getting more and more tired of not being able to find it. My story is a little embarrassing, but if you are still here, there's a chance you'll know exactly what I'll be talking about. I started having yeast infections when I was 17. I know it now, but back then I had no idea what it was. For many years, I was suffering the typical Candida symptoms like tiredness, brain fog, confusion, memory loss, headaches, acne, dry skin, loss of sex drive, muscle pain, dizziness, anxiety, depression, learning difficulties, sweating, mood swings, painful and heavy periods, and many more. It felt like a life sentence. I was young, but unable to live my life to the fullest. My psychological and physical state just yo-yoed from bad to horrible. My doctor had no idea what was wrong with my health. As I've gotten older, my symptoms have only gotten worse. After years of worrying and researching everything there is about my symptoms, my mother suggested that it might be a Candida infection. I took the Candida test, and it turns out she was right. I thought that I was at the end of my suffering. Finally, I knew what was wrong with me. But to my amazement, doctors offered no help whatsoever. Some of them even told me that Candida was a myth. I was too ashamed to initiate sex, and I've always felt embarrassed to explain Candida to my friends. I'd go into the details of my condition, and bring up yeast, which most people associate with vaginal infections, not a sexy topic when trying to make plans. I had to worry what to eat, what to do, which meds to take, which side effects to pay attention to. Some drugs made me feel better, for a short while, but then the symptoms of my infections would come back, multiplied by side effects of the pills I thought were the only solution. I was taking drugs to deal with side effects of other drugs. Every day, I felt tired and foggy. It felt like hell. No one, including doctors, could help me with my condition. Anxiety, chest pains, and difficulties breathing were a normal part of my day. Even when I was between infections, I was anxious, because I knew it's going to happen again. Doctors only wanted to prescribe pills. I was spending thousands of dollars every year on drugs like diflucan, nystatin, monostat, chioconazole and many more, not to mention popular diets and supplements. Supplements, pills, and diets never really helped, and I felt even worse and weak from taking them. Study conducted by researchers from CDC, Centers for Disease Control, shows that once in the bloodstream, Candida can be resistant to antifungal agents, and can spread all through the body, compromising the following systems: digestive, circulatory, respiratory, endocrine, nervous, reproductive and immune. So, why are physicians around the world ignoring the suffering of millions of people tortured by this condition? Perhaps, as sinister as any aspect of the drug business, is how Big Pharma has completely taken over the FDA. A recent Harvard study slammed the FDA, making the accusation that it simply cannot be trusted, because it's owned and operated by Big Pharma. Not all doctors are bad, obviously. But because of the power the Big Pharma has, some of the research can be lost forever. I've made a decision. My life is too important to me, and my loved ones. I have to find out everything there is about this condition. So, I started researching, and gathering all the data I could find. I looked through thousands of research papers, methodical investigations, and scientific publications. I've read all books and systems I could find. Vast majority were only diet-based, which simply can't fight the root cause Candida alone. But two of the research, one by University of Wisconsin, and the second one authored by researchers at University of Maryland, astonished me in the simplicity of their approach. Their research included pharmacologic and physical outcome studies, and provide updated recommendations for diagnosis and treatment of invasive candidiasis. Both of these research were published in many science magazines and reviews. One of the studies is based on combining a holistic approach to curing Candida, the second one focuses on the anti-Candida diet. Both of them completely stopped yeast infections in all of their patients but were unable to stop them from chronically reappearing. Their teams have however established the link between Candida yeast infections and the importance of reducing stress, detoxifying the body and maintaining a healthy immune system and combining it with an anti-Candida diet. Here's what doctors from Wisconsin and Maryland discovered. Diet alone won't be able to keep the levels of Candida in check. It's necessary to follow specific steps and to allow your body to slowly adapt to changes made by detoxifying your body. One of the researchers designed a special meal plan and shared it with his patients, all with different types of Candida. The results were amazing. All of his patients started to feel better, and were observing all of the symptoms of Candida yeast infections going away, day after day, patient by patient. By the end of applying this strategy, all of their patients got completely rid of Candida. Combining both research was a scientifically proven way of treating Candida, and keeping Candida albicans and other types of Candida from causing chronic infections. Using both strategies together completely stopped the disease from re-emerging. All of their patients were able to stop taking meds, saving money and avoiding side effects of pills in the process. I was also amazed when I've read this research. The results were astonishing. I had to know everything about it. Then, I realized that one of these papers is 4, and the other one 5 years old, but none of the doctors I knew have ever told me about these research papers. Years of using prescribed drugs and supplements drove me crazy, and only made things worse with side effects and huge costs. The root cause of this disease was not taken care of, and without taking care of the root cause of the Candida infections, it's only possible to permanently damage your body. The most important question is, why no one ever told me that there is a safe alternative to drugs and uncertified supplements that cost a fortune? I trusted my doctor, but the extent of big pharma fraud is unimaginable. Global pharma industry made $1,057.2 billion last year. Big Pharma has racked up fines of more than $11 billion in the past 3 years for criminal wrongdoing, including withholding safety data when promoting drugs for use beyond their licensed conditions. In all, 26 companies, including 8 of the 10 top players in the global industry, have been found to be acting dishonestly. Natural treatments won't make Big Pharma mountains of money, like selling pills does. Meds never really help you, so you have to take them for your whole life. It's a goldmine for pharmaceutical companies. That's how they are able to bribe doctors all around the world. I felt abandoned. If it wouldn't be for my mother, I would have given up. I've decided to recreate this holistic system and test it on myself. It worked almost perfectly. The only problem was that the diet outlined in the research was only possible to be followed under strict conditions, and the detox, stress, and immune system parts were too complicated to follow outside the lab. I knew I had to make the research more straightforward, and possible to follow at home. I wanted to get rid of this disease forever, no more outbreaks, no more infections ever again. I have analyzed this research and many other, to find out what exactly could keep my disease from ever coming back. I've managed to balance the diet plan so it would be a lot easier to follow, and created 200 recipes, which are balanced exactly like the meals prepared in the research. After many tests I have discovered the perfect diet plan, a list of do's and don'ts that work great with my simple tricks I have also included in my book. The perfectly timed detox schedule, tasty 200 recipes, immune system boost and a no-stress guide to stop yeast from ever coming back. After just a couple of days of using my simplified holistic strategy I could feel that my symptoms are going away. After 7 weeks, there were no signs of my Candida infections, and I felt better than ever in my life. I was happy and excited. I decided to talk with my doctor to share great news, so I made an appointment. He could not believe how great I felt, and how good my health was. I've been with this doctor for years, so he knew exactly how bad and persistent my infection outbreaks could be. It was a miracle. He was happy and enthusiastic. He started asking me all kinds of questions about the changes I've made to stop my chronic yeast infections. At this moment, I knew this really was the end of drugs, side effects, symptoms, and embarrassment. I won't have to be ashamed of my body ever again. I could finally live a normal life. I decided to share my system and my research with people who I knew had the same problem I did. Family and friends, they all felt benefits of my system after only a couple of weeks. It was amazing. My next step was to go online, forums, discussion boards, emailing whoever wanted to know more. I gave away my full system, the research by scientists from University of Wisconsin and the University of Maryland, my own research based on hundreds of scientific papers, my tips and tricks, do's and don'ts, the scientifically proven to work parts about detoxifying your body, reducing stress and repairing the immune system, and the diet plan that my mother helped to create, together with 200 recipes. All of this knowledge combined in my system assured that yeast would go away, and never come back. I was able to combine it to a simple PDF file for easy sharing and reading. I was determined to share the truth, and my Candida Final Cure system, because that's what I decided to call it. Almost immediately people started contacting me, thanking me for sharing my ebook. People from all around the world thanked me for giving them the ultimate, simple and easy to follow system to get rid of Candida forever. I felt great that this group of people who trusted me could benefit greatly from my knowledge, and I want you to be one of the people I can help. There are some extremely important points I've shared with those people. They are crucial to understanding the root causes of this devastating condition. Research has concluded that 1. Anti-Candida diet is necessary, but diet alone won't help. What we put into our bodies is directly affecting our well-being, but using just a diet is not the answer. It's an important part, yes, but this condition is much more complicated. 2. Probiotics pills and creams simply don't work. Yes, I know that sometimes after using them you feel better. I had the same reaction, but just after some days or weeks, the symptoms would come back. Why? It's simple. Pills, creams, supplements all work like a band-aid for the Candida overgrowth. They are designed to address only the symptoms, and not the cause of yeast infections. After they stop working, the overgrowth comes back, and you have to use them over and over again. 3. You have to take care of your body, holistically. There's no one cause of the Candida yeast infections. It's an extremely sophisticated condition that requires a total change in your lifestyle. Your immune system, and stress reactions together with the levels of toxins in your body, are extremely important for understanding and curing Candida. Parts of your body function as a whole, so it's only logical to treat them as such. Only a comprehensive, truly holistic and natural program, based on scientifically proven elements like diet, detoxifying the body, restoring the immune system, and managing stress can cure your Candida, and keep you symptoms-free, forever. This is absolutely the most important information you have to remember. It's easy to stop the symptoms for a couple of days, or even weeks, but without addressing the underlying cause of Candida overgrowth you are condemned to repeating the same fight over and over. Your Candida infections will always come back, if you will not make fundamental changes in your approach. Now that I've described to you how a holistic method that helped me, and hundreds of people all around the world, allow me to introduce you to my best-selling revolutionary program, Candida Final Cure. It's the only system available that's based on months of scientific research. It's a unique program that has helped hundreds of people worldwide. It's absolutely the only book you will ever need to eliminate the underlying origin of Candida infections and get rid of horrible symptoms for good. Candida Final Cure is an optimized and updated information source, divided into easy-to-read chapters, set in a unique order, to permanently cure Candida in all of its forms. My book will enable you to completely and permanently get rid of yeast infections, and all the accompanying symptoms like abdominal pain, cramping, thrush, itching, heartburn, acid reflux, and extreme fatigue, poor memory, anxiety, depression, low sex drive, rashes, bladder infections, vaginal infections, food sensitivities, and leaky gut syndrome. Imagine, no more drugs, no more side effects, no more feeling embarrassed, no more spending hundreds of dollars on pills. Stop putting a band-aid, and instead, start a real change to cure your Candida infection, right now. Candida Final Cure is completely different from all the other books. It's not only based on research and personal experience, but it's also highly customizable to your condition, and full of 388 pages of all the information you will ever need on the subject. It's a 388 pages long, lifestyle-changing tool, complete with 200 recipes, a full 60-day plan with diet, guides on detoxifying your body, managing stress, recovering your immune system, getting rid of sugar cravings, a list of foods to eat and avoid, quick relief guide, and all the amazing bonuses that I will talk about in just a moment. My system is proven to work for all types and severity of Candida. It works for both men and women. I'll give you an exclusive peek into my book in just a moment. But first I'd like to share with you some of the reviews I've been receiving in the last months. Megan said this: I got my first vaginal yeast infection 1 year ago. It was the most embarrassing thing ever. I've found your book on one of the online forums. A lot of people were recommending it, so I gave it a go. Less than 30 days made a huge difference. My symptoms slowly started to fade away, and I saved a lot of money on meds. It's true that a diet alone will not help. All the parts of your book are helping. I've stopped having rashes and skin problems, and I've lost 15 pounds, which is also great. I feel lucky that I got my hands on your book. Hope more people will use it. Chris from Washington. I was lucky enough to know exactly what was wrong with my body. My father is a doctor, so he was able to tell me that I had Candida, but he couldn't help me with curing it. Even his doctor friends specializing in this subject told me that it's not possible to cure Candida, it's only possible to treat it with diet and supplements, which I know now, thanks to you, Alice, is not true. I can only hope other people who suffer from chronic yeast infections will find your book, because I know it works, and I know the horrors of living with this disgusting disease all too well. Thanks for emailing me and answering my questions, I really appreciate it. Julie from New York. I've had the same problems for years: depression, mental fog, aching joints, terrible PMS and random pains in my muscle, just to name a few. I had no idea what could be the source of my health troubles. Like many others, I got no help from my doctor, and only after years of suffering I finally got my hands on your book. It's great and very informative. I started following your program 3 weeks ago, and it's really working. I love your recipes, and the part about detoxifying the body before changing the diet. I'm really looking forward to finishing your book, and I just can't wait to be 100% Candida-free. Thanks. Mia from Frankfurt, Germany, sent me this message. Just after 2 weeks into the Candida Final Cure, I could see major benefits. The usual symptoms like rashes, fatigue, bladder infections and vaginal infections went away, and now after 6 weeks with your book I have no symptoms, and I hope to stay Candida-free for the rest of my life. The price of the book is nothing compared to how much I've saved on supplements and pills. This is a wonderful ebook. I just love the simplicity of your approach. I've been to countless doctors, and nothing they prescribed me worked. I've read countless posts on forums about Candida, but it only made things worse. Some of the treatments people are proposing almost landed me in a hospital. By the way, thanks for including one of my own recipes in your diet. P.S. I've printed your book, and borrowed it to my friend, and now she won't give it back. Now let me show you what's inside my 388 pages long holistic protocol. Page 11, the basic information chapter will teach you the most important facts you simply have to know to efficiently fight Candida yeast infections. Scientific research in this part is adapted for easy reading. Dietary information on page 47 debunks many myths about one of the most important part of getting rid of Candida. Master Cleanse cheat sheet on page 132 is a quick reference guide for preparing a delicious detoxifying refreshment. My delicious 200 recipes start on page 249. You'll find easy-to-make breakfasts, lunches, dinners, soups, snacks, smoothies, salads, desserts, and many more. All of the ingredients that are used in my recipes are easily obtainable at your local grocery store. The part about chronic yeast infections starts at page 84. And is crucial in understanding how to get rid of Candida forever. On page 90 I have included my top anti-Candida tips and tricks to easily and quickly alleviate the most common symptoms. How to detoxify your body in a safe and tested way for a bunch of benefits in battling infections, page 96. Immune system recovery, page 133. Will advise you on holistic changes needed to get your body ready for life-changing Candida elimination. Stress and Candida connection explained on page 155 is a crucial guide on removing stressful situations from your everyday life to greatly help in making your life easier and Candida-free. On page 74, I will show you how to make easy changes to your lifestyle, so that getting rid of Candida will take a lot less time. Probiotics chapter starts on page 178, and is a great introduction to an often omitted important part of fighting Candida infections. 24 Hours Rapid Relief Guide on page 92 is a must-have for every Candida sufferer. My 60-day holistic strategy is explained on page 243. It will guide you through my easy-to-follow system. My sample meal plans are a great way of quickly planning your daily meals. You'll find them on page 360. All of your questions are answered in the question and answers part on page 365. You'll find all the necessary information, step-by-step diagrams, shortcuts and amazing 200 recipes, together with my bulletproof 60-day diet. The best thing is that you won't have to wait for days for my guaranteed to work ebook to arrive to your doorstep. You can start my revolutionary system today and start saving money on doctors' pills and supplements. In fact, you can start using it in a matter of minutes. After clicking the order button, you will gain instant access to a zip file with all the files included, so you can read it on your computer, mobile phone, tablet, and you can never print it. But there's even more I have for you today. For a limited time I'm giving some amazing bonuses, available only now, only here. Healthy Living Guide. Learn about positive vitality, energy, rejuvenating, and replenishing processes, and approaches across and in all areas of your life. Get this ebook valued at $13.99 for free. Herbal Remedies. In recent years, the issue of alternative healing has skyrocketed to the forefront of the medical field. Find out what are the most common and best 47 herbal remedies. Get this ebook valued at $11.99 for free. Holistic Remedies. This guide will show you how to navigate through the amazing world of holistic and alternative medicine. Get this ebook valued at $11.99 for free. Living gluten-free. Getting the gluten-free diet right is easy when you know the ground rules. Follow the guidelines in this ebook, and you will be on your way to a happy, healthy gluten-free life. Get this ebook valued at $21.99 for free. Living Paleo Way. The problem with most of the modern diets is that they lack a balanced supply of both macro and micronutrients. Find out how to live your life the Paleo Way. Get this ebook valued at $19.99 for free. Stop sugar cravings. Sugar is a drug that temporarily makes the sugar-sensitive feel better, but with damaging consequences. Find out how to stop feeding your Candida with sugar forever. Get this ebook valued at $13.99 for free. How much is your health worth for you? $1,500, $500? But you won't have to pay this much. The whole package is valued at $131, but hold on. You're not going to pay $131, you're not going to pay $90, or even $60. For a limited time, only on this webpage, available through my special link, you can get the Candida Final Cure for only $37, including all of the amazing bonuses. But hurry, this is a limited time offer. This special price will allow me to reach even more people in need of a real cure. I've shared with you the proof that Candida Final Cure simply works, and is your only chance for a cure. You can start using my system in less than a minute after completing the secure checkout, and if you don't like it, you are protected by my 60-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. Yes, that's right. If for any reason my system is not working for you, even if it has worked for hundreds of people from all around the world, you'll get every cent of your money back. When was the last time your doctor or a drug company gave you a refund? That's only 61 cents per day. In terms of getting completely rid of Candida yeast infections and all of its symptoms forever, it's next to nothing. Remember how much money you'll spend on drugs and doctor visits if you'll continue to cover the symptoms instead of taking care of the root cause of Candida overgrowth. Now I'm going to ask you to do something. After clicking the order button and downloading the files, take a quick look at Quick Relief Guide and the Foods to Eat and Foods to Avoid chapters for a rapid symptoms alleviation. You will feel the symptoms fade away, while fatigue turns into energy. Imagine what you can do with all the money you'll save on pills and doctor visits. Imagine how much more time you'll be able to spend with friends and family, following your hobbies, living life. Imagine yourself radiating with energy, no more fatigue and depression. No more side effects of pills, no more symptoms like skin rashes, anxiety, abdominal pain, cramping, thrush, itching, heartburn, acid reflux and others. The choice is yours. I know you are interested in the truth, and the only proven to work program backed by science. If you are ready to finally be Candida yeast infections free, and join the group of hundreds of people from all around the world, who are finally cured, order this program today. It's your best chance of getting your life back, forgetting pain and embarrassment of this condition. You can change your life. You can stop the constant embarrassment. You can cure this disease. You can live a healthy life with your family, friends, and people you love, not having to constantly worry about shameful symptoms and costly meds. How much more do you want to suffer? It's time to try something that works. You owe it to yourself and your loved ones. Get started now. Click the button below to get instant access to all the information, the full 60-day plan with diet, 200 delicious recipes, divided into chapters, and all the parts of the book on detoxifying your body, managing stress, recovering your immune system, getting rid of sugar cravings, a list of foods to eat and avoid, quick relief guide, and all the amazing bonuses that are offered only now, only on this website. Don't leave this website suffering. Click the button below to gain access, with zero risk, backed by my 60-day no questions asked guarantee. See you inside in a moment.